There are actually ways
for
you to test if you're an alcoholic.
What's
you
a
can,
test?
You take a shot of like tequila or something, and then you check your heart rate or something. I don't know.
Wait, what? There's an article somewhere about.
There's a test about that. You can probably find it in Men's Health or something.
To see how desensitized you are to taking shots.
Yeah. It's like if somebody's in really good shape and then they run, and then their heart rate goes back to their resting heart rate pretty fast, versus somebody who doesn't do shit ever, and then they run and they look like they're about to fucking die. And it takes them forever to get back to normal.
Mm-hmm. And then you take the shot. Do you take the shot then run?
You can take a shot and then run.
And then they test you from there.
Wait, that's part of the...
That's what I was asking. Like, I'm still stuck on the shot part.
In some countries, it's actually considered to be a cold remedy. No, I'm kidding. Truth Serum. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to a brand new episode of the Truth Serum podcast. We got Ryan and Corey.
Corey and Ryan.
And today, we're back at Simple Studios in New York City, and we have a guest with us today. Longtime good buddy of ours, Jeremy Feight.
Hey,
everybody. How you doing?
You know, we used to pronounce his last name incorrectly all the time. He used to be on Good Bad Stories. He's an actor. He's a writer. He's a musician. He tried to teach me how to play the piano once, and I really just kind of fell off with it. But he's here, and say hello.
Hey, everybody. I forget how you pronounce my last name, though. Was it Fate?
I don't know. Turtle kept doing it, and then I think he put it in everybody else's head, the way to pronounce it.
Jeremy Feight?
Yeah. Well, it's Feight. So, first of all, everybody thinks that it should be spelled Fie because I before E.
Yeah.
But then whenever they see a EI, they're like, oh, it's definitely some weird.
Right.
What is that? Where does that descend from? Fight?
It's German.
It's German?
That's what it sounds like.
Well, it's like French-German. The only thing that I know about my lineage in that way is that my great-great-grandparents came here with a group of people called the French Huguenots. Who were like French Germans that fled like after the war.
Cool.
And they went to Pennsylvania, and then they became Hicks somehow. I don't know how the...
That's really interesting how that happens. Like your accent changed and everything?
Yeah.
You got some Huguenot lineage.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Somewhere in there.
Damn, you should get a Huguenot tattoo.
Yeah, man.
I wonder what... Oh, no, that sounds...
Is it bad? I don't know what their history is. Oh, okay.
No, probably not.
Right across the top of your back.
Right.
But not like who's the guy you hate? Edward Norton?
Hate's a strong word.
Wait, he has a tattoo that you don't like?
No. I read American History X when he had that tattoo.
I just think he's pretentious. I'm just like over...
I think he's pretentious.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
Like, what did he say to you?
Yeah.
Like,
no, he didn't say anything to me. I just make my assumptions like everyone else in this world.
It's funny when you think of things that make you feel like someone is pretentious. Like if you ever get a glass of wine with someone and then they start acting like they know how to talk about wine.
Or they swirl it on the table.
Yeah.
Sniff it before they...
Yeah, it's like, all right, come on.
Like, you hear the stories, like about some people,
some people do
hard
know.
to work with and whatnot.
Some people are pretentious.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. You ever see somebody that you know not to be pretentious, like normally, but then they start acting pretentious in front of other people?
Can you give me an example?
Yeah, I need an example.
Like say you are with your friend and you guys go to an event and they start acting like they're super fancy all of a sudden.
They know it, like a know-it-all. It's like
they know what the fuck, like
code switching. That's
yeah.
They take you somewhere that you don't know about.
Go somewhere fancy and then act like trash. Then you'll stand out.
If you tried this cocktail here, you could taste the absinthe and the bitters. It tastes pretty good.
How mad would you be if you threw an event where you had to wear a suit and your best friend showed up in fucking denim shorts, a tank top, and a fucking cowboy hat?
Who would do that?
First of all,
that's hilarious.
First of all, when's the last time that I actually saw someone wearing denim shorts and a cowboy hat? Is a better question.
Have you been to Williamsburg before? In the summertime?
Is that a thing that people do still?
I feel like people do that.
Hipsters still drink, or what? Still dress like cowboys?
What is a hipster? I'm wearing women's deodorant, by the way. What is a... I walked in here eating a Crunchwrap Supreme from Taco Bell.
Personal trainer, Corey Easley, everybody.
Yeah.
What's the body like? Look him up.
Yeah, I feel like, what is a hipster now? Like,
Yeah, I don't know. I think my immediate thought is well, I think Doc Martens are still a must.
Yeah.
yeah, but oh no, finish. Sorry.
But like the ones that are like 10 seasons ago that they like wrote on with Sharpies.
Oh yeah.
And then flowy pants now are a thing, or like oversized jeans,
Okay.
right? But I think I'm starting to mix up like the Soho fashion crowd with the Williamsburg hipster crowd
It's
somewhere.
easy to confuse the
Yeah.
one for the other.
I always thought like vintage clothing of some sort.
Yeah,
Handlebar
jackets
mustache. Yeah.
with the like with the leather tassels.
Oh yeah, like the jacket that Jim Carrey was wearing in Dumb and Dumber when they went
Yeah.
to Aspen. Do you remember that?
I don't, but I'm really just taking your word for it. I assume that that's true.
They got out of this fucking like really fancy, like I think it was like a Lotus or some crazy ass car, and Jim Carrey was wearing these ridiculous furry cowboy boots with the jacket with the fucking the tassels
Are they
hanging off.
tassels?
Yeah,
Tentacles.
tentacles.
Are
Well,
those your? Is that your ski? Yes. Both of them.
Yeah.
Such a stupid line. I love that movie. Anyway, sorry. Let me distract.
No, this is
important.
so today we're here to actually talk about cold remedies. You know,
Smooth segue.
it's yeah. Did you see that? Did you see how I did that?
Yeah, that was smart.
It's you know, it's that time of year where and the weather's really weird, right? Like it's supposed to be cold, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's like you could have your jacket open, and if you walk fast enough, you could take your jacket off
That's true.
because you might get warm.
Unless you're walking in the cross streets that are in the shade, and then it's cold again.
And it's cold again, so people are getting sick. You know, because you don't know how to dress. Your hair is wet usually. If you are fortunate enough to have hair,
Or a shower.
or you take a shower and your hair is still wet, so your hair gets frozen when you get outside, and then you get real cold. Has that ever happened to you? Anyway, so so basically, I wanted to ask these fucking experts here today how do you nurse yourself back to health when you're sick? We'll start with Jeremy.
Oh, of course. I think we're playing a game here.
I definitely have a whole thing. Like immediately, as soon as I feel the tickle in my throat, I've got.
Does it actually tickle or does it feel uncomfortable? Like, do you giggle every time you feel it?
It's like, dude, damn, stop it! Stop it! You know I don't like that.
Are you traditionally a ticklish person?
Yeah, I mean, in very specific spots in my body, like the back of my throat,
Okay, back of my throat is very ticklish. Sorry.
and the armpits, bottom of the feet. Otherwise, just not interested in the game at all. So yeah, sort of a tickle. I mean, isn't it a tickle? It's like a tickle. It depends on which kind of cold you're getting.
Like, yeah, there's a way different ways to describe. Yeah, it's like
What's
kind
the
of just
definition of
there,
the
and it
word
keeps
tickle?
on.
I gotta know.
Keeps on like it's touching you all the time when you speak.
Yeah, that feels
Yeah,
like the
tickle.
chest cold
Yeah, yeah.
versus the like needles in the back of the throat. That's the throat, the sinus infection.
It feels like a ladybug is. It feels like I got a caterpillar on my Adam's apple.
Uvula.
You feel
What's this?
vulva?
Well, no, not my vulva.
Your trachea?
No.
He doesn't have a vulva.
No, yeah, it's uvula. No, you don't. Uvula's the hangy thing.
The hangy thing, right? Like,
Oh.
Oh, you
on
mean
my-
Adam's apple?
No,
I thought it was called a speed
the
bag.
thing that you can. The thing you can see if I yawn really big. Whenever you get your tonsils removed, do you still have a uvula?
What if the doctor accidentally took your uvula out and said, "Oh shit, my bad"?
And
That's the last thing you want to hear a doctor say.
Oops.
Oh shit, my
Yeah,
bad.
yeah, oh shit, my bad. Oh, you don't need them anyways. Am I right?
I mean, the uvula plays a very particular role in swallowing, right?
It stops-
You, like choke if you.
Should right? I man, I'm terrible at like. I should have studied anatomy
I
or
think it's
pay
like
attention to health class.
It's
or
like
something.
a filter. Like
Right, it's like that shouldn't go there.
yeah. It's like oh, it's gone too far. But you can also once you touch it, it makes you vomit instantaneously.
Digestion, the opposite.
Yeah, like if you like the real key to losing weight is vomiting after every meal you eat.
Yes,
Most people
Equinox
don't.
trainer, everyone.
Most people don't know that.
Quite easily, everybody.
Yeah, bulimia. Shit got dark.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah. Wow. Okay. Wait. So you got a tickle in your throat.
Step one.
Step
Step one. Get a tickle in your throat.
So, like, what is your? We talked about Curious, right? Or
Curious
Well,
George.
I think Curious George.
Sorry. No. Continue.
Okay. Well, step one, I mean, I've got quite a selection of teas at home.
Oh, you're a tea guy.
Tea guy, for sure. I generally drink tea every morning and night regardless.
That's really good.
If I feel like I'm in danger of contracting the common cold, I will put apple cider vinegar in that shit. Or or just rip shots of apple cider vinegar. That's like, I've got shit to do tomorrow and this is definitely not happening.
Yeah.
But if I just got the tickle, sip on some apple
No
cider
NyQuil. By the way, the definition of the word tickle, I have it right here, just in case if anybody was confused. I want everybody to be on the same page. Okay. Verb, lightly touch or prod, parentheses, a person or a part of the body in a way that causes itching and often laughter.
That's what she said.
Also, appeal to someone's taste, sense of humor, curiosity. Tickle your fancy.
like I'm tickled.
Yeah, or an act of tickling someone. Dad gave my chin a little tickle.
No.
Who has a ticklish chin?
No, and why did Dad do it?
But Dad should keep his hands to himself.
Hey, Dad likes to play sometimes.
Period.
Come on.
Dad gave my chin a tickle. Whoa. He makes you call him Dad.
And then it...
Daddy?
Daddy? Yeah. Today I saw a video on Instagram of this, like, athlete, maybe trainer, baby person with, like, the speed ladder.
Okay, doing like agility drills?
Agility drills, but he had his toddler with him, and he did, like, one in each hole of the speed ladder. And then the baby definitely did it. Like, the baby was definitely just learning to walk in it, like,
I thought you were going to say that the baby, he knocked the baby over.
No, nothing traumatic happened. It was just really an inspirational, one of those, what a good dad.
Yeah, that's fun. So, Ryan, how do you heal yourself?
I don't.
Do you just drink tequila and wrap yourself up in a
I'm
blanket?
lazy. I should go to like a Dwayne Reed or something. I would pick up like cold medicine or whatever, like the syrupy shit.
Honestly,
it coats my throat, or cough syrup, man. That's what I do.
Yeah, I feel like the best thing to do is sleep it off.
That too. Time.
You know, when you go, just take NyQuil and knock yourself out, because it's difficult to sleep anyway. It's definitely difficult to sleep when you're sick.
Mm-hmm. So like I did bring cough medicine when I was sick, like to the bar. And I worked there, and like I was even taking shots of it every so often. I wasn't drinking at all, but I didn't realize when I do that in front of people, they think I'm just getting high.
Right.
Or like,
yeah. It's like lean.
Yeah.
And lean, like Lil Wayne.
Cause I also lost the mini cup, so I just take it. I take the shot glass, I pour it in, and I shoot it.
It's also called scissoring.
Scissoring?
Let me look up what scissoring means. I'm confused.
Thank you, Corey.
I'm confused again. Sorry. No. Yeah.
Like, don't you have like when you act like do you ever had that moment where you had a cold before an audition?
Yeah.
Like, or like that that scratchy throat and you have to sing.
Like today? Yeah. Like
today? Yeah.
Yeah.
So like you do all that. You have emergency kit. Like do you do all that? The tea, like you said, and then like do you like the syrup or something like that? I heard honey and like tea is like the best combination.
Yeah, I think honey's sort of a better quick fix than... I don't love cough syrup because sometimes
I like the cherry flavor. Cherry flavor is good.
Yeah.
I think...
Robitussin.
Robitussin doesn't taste good. It
doesn't.
It tastes like medicine.
I remember the pink. I like the pink stuff, but that's like
Pepto-Bismol. I don't like that shit. It doesn't taste like Nesquik at all.
And it makes you constipated.
Yeah.
Not in a good way.
I can't shit.
It's always overcompensating.
It gives you like anal leakage too.
Oh shit. Like permanently?
I made that up. But honestly, like how many Pepto-Bismol commercials have you seen? And you know the whole shit. Nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea. And it's on the fucking label too. Like they really, it's brilliant.
It's brilliant. It has a good
Everybody
ring to
knows it.
Great pitch.
But I feel like I haven't seen a commercial for Pepto-Bismol in a long time.
been a
Is
while.
that because it's officially
Do you
ingrained
watch
in everyone's
Netflix
mind?
or do you watch Hulu?
Both, but I'm not sure. Maybe I just have the good ones where I don't have commercials.
Some shows commercials do not come on.
Yeah.
You know,
the
I've been
originals.
Yeah, there's not a really good Tide commercials
For
I've seen
Netflix?
recently.
Does Netflix have commercials?
No, they don't have it all.
No, they don't. But Hulu has commercials.
yeah.
It's almost like watching TV. But we also have what's that? We have Sling as well. I don't know if you know that, but it's kind of like almost like watching TV.
Do you ever rip off people? Like, let's say, like you got someone else's. No, my cousin.
Elaborate.
Yeah, my cousin has a Sling box, so like he gave us the code,
That sounds so fun. My cousin has a sling box.
Yeah.
Sling box.
So like we connect to his TV, so I like to fuck with him sometimes. Like, you know, because when he's watching TV, you could change the channel from a sling box.
Show, yeah.
That's awesome. Oh, so you can just fuck with him.
Yeah, so
while
I've been
he's watching
fucking with him a
TV.
little bit.
Oh, wow.
You know?
Putting like the Teletubbies on when he's trying to watch 90210.
Yeah. He's trying to watch The View, but you keep putting on like...
Sometimes I'd be surprised it's still on.
You putting other shit on?
Yeah.
He's trying to watch The View, you start putting like fucking Walker, Texas Ranger on.
By the way, they're remaking that.
Are they really? With who?
Yeah. They're using, you know, what's his name? The guy from Supernatural? Not the...
Tom Welling?
The long-haired guy.
Oh, Supernatural. I'm thinking about
that-
fucking... What's that Superman show?
That's...
Smallville?
that's
Tom Welling?
Tom Welling. I know Tom Welling.
He was in Cheaper by the Dozen with Steve Martin. Do you remember
Fuck,
that?
he was.
Was he?
He was the big brother.
Oh.
Wasn't he?
He was.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
He was the big brother.
And they had a really cool slide in that secret compartment of the house that the one kid knew about, and he would slide down.
I thought he was going to be more famous because he's like an attractive dude. And he's tall. Tom Welling, you know?
Yeah, I feel like, I don't know, some people who worked that regularly on shows and then just
You just end up
dropped off
getting
the face of
stuck
the-
doing TV for a while and that's it.
Yeah, or, well, I think what I was going to say is that if you get enough money, maybe you just kind of decide you don't got to be doing
Yeah,
it.
some people, that's not their end game. It's true. I never even thought of that.
Or
Yeah.
I think it's also a typecast thing. I think he probably was stuck at that Superman sort of like
Superman,
character. and-
damaged superhero.
Yeah.
And then we
What
found
would he
Henry
play?
Cavill, and it's like,
Do we need
I,
you
I,
anymore?
like, I like Henry Cavill.
he's
I
great.
thought
No, I'm
he's
saying
the-
Henry
the
Cavill, he's
perfect
fucking
Superman.
jacked.
Yeah.
He's got the hair. He's fucking, you know. We don't need a watered down version of this thing that we already have.
So Tom Welling's the watered down
I'm sorry,
version.
Tom
Ouch.
Welling. I'm sorry.
You know he listens to this.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry, Tom. He knows I'm just fucking with him.
You guys are pals.
Yeah.
What about the love interest from Smallville?
Yeah,
She's
that-
been in things.
She's been in things.
What, Lois Lane? Or
The girl, her name is Kristen something.
Oh, Kristen.
From like the high school.
Yeah.
The girl with the black hair.
I,
The girl with the
Yeah.
black. The girl with the black boyfriend.
Didn't she play like a vampire or something later, or like a witch?
Did everybody play a vampire
Yeah,
for a
right.
while? Remember when all the movies were vampire movies?
Rite of
Yeah.
passage?
It was like Twilight, Twilight Part 2, Twilight 3. There's werewolves now. Like it was like all
Yeah.
fucking
like
vampire.
those teen, young adult sort of vampire movies. I can't stand them.
Yeah.
Twilight's fresh in my mind. It's fresh in my mind. Hannah recently rewatched all the movies. She was like, they're not great, but they're fucking like, you get addicted. And I was like, I get it.
I prefer 50 Shades of Grey, but that's cool.
Do you really?
Yeah, man, it's a better.
I mean,
it was based off fan
different.
fiction.
I read Twilight.
Twilight.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was based off of that, and then there's like this the lady that
that
wrote it.
makes
It's like
sense.
we're gonna turn it into something else entirely.
You ever just see these characters in these fucking movies, like just these people in these movies don't look like anybody I want to hang out with, just based on the way they act. Like they're like, it's not like heavy breathing and gasping, like fucking like you're in a cold plunge. It's just doesn't seem cool. Like, what are we talking about? I don't know.
I never want to hang out with Twilight girl. What's her name?
What's your name? Kristen Stewart. Yeah, like I don't fight like. That movie does not make me think, oh, this person's cool. And I've read Twilight. I actually read the book.
I've been holding that in since we started talking about it. I definitely enjoyed the book.
The book was awesome. I read the first book, right? My friend lent it to me.
Yeah.
We all went to the movies to watch it. The movie disappointed me so fucking much that I just sat there and tore it apart the whole time to my boy. I just kept whispering, like, this is not how it happened. This is stupid. I thought Edward Cullen was going to be fucking jacked the way they describe him. That's a thing for me. Don't describe a dude as being jacked and then he shows up looking like skinny Robert Pattinson. And then I was like, all right, cool. I got through that movie. Then I got the second book in my hand. She goes, yeah, read this book. My friend Tiffany, read this book. Yo, I read the first 2 pages. I was on the train. I closed that fucking book, stuck it right in my bag. I was like, I'm not reading this book.
Because you're so mad about the movie that you can't move on from the book.
No,
series?
I just felt like I was just over it now.
Yeah.
I was like, I was 2 pages in. All right, I'm over this. I don't care. I'm not invested in any of these people anymore.
Weird shit happens. Like, I think the most notable part of the series to me is when she, like, gets vampire pregnant. Because she's, like, half vampire, half human. And then she can still get pregnant. And she has this monster baby. That's kind of like the baby from The Incredibles.
Oh, shit. Wow.
Oh, yeah, and the crazy thing about the end, the baby grows up And, the werewolf dude happened to be like, even though she should be younger, starts hitting on, does he hook up with her or something? Or they start becoming a thing?
They decide then that they're a thing. Because then once you're vampires, you have this, like, unlimited time frame thing for romance. And so
you can wait for your friend to have a kid to start dating your friend's kid.
Yeah, that's so fucked up. That's so fucked up.
That's fucking weird.
Yeah. Are you sure you don't want to read on to that part? Because that is where it gets good, right?
You know what it is?
Dating your friend's kids.
There's too many words on page and the lines are too close together.
Yeah.
It's just hard to pay attention
Isn't
to.
it like that? Right, I'm remembering now. Because werewolf guy has always felt this, like...
What's his name, Jacob?
Jacob, this deep, visceral connection to what's her... Fuck.
Yeah, to Kristen
and
Stewart's
so
character.
He then realizes
Belle.
that it's always been because of the baby. He was called... Doesn't he make a statement about, like... the reason, or they have a conversation where, like, finally, I realize now why I've been so drawn to you is because I'm, like, this guardian of your child.
That's a weird turn.
That's so
That's
weird.
worse than a good bad story. That's fucking worse.
When he's, like, around her, he's like,
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like acting.
I have to.
This is
I like
teenage
you.
boy. He looks like a teenage boy.
It's your child.
He's acting like a dog the whole time.
And then he is a dog.
All his friends are also dogs.
I think he's like one of those guys. I'm sorry, go on.
No, I don't know.
I think this guy's like, he seems like always sexually frustrated because he only is focused on Kristen Stewart's character. He hasn't like beat off or jerked off or anything. He's just like,
yeah, you're a dog. Why don't you just morph into a dog and red rocket yourself?
Red Rocket.
Red Rock.
Just lick your fucking lipstick until you
Not your lipstick.
just rub one out and shut the fuck up. You can actually morph into a dog and just lick your dick until you feel satisfied.
That's true.
Anywhere, nobody will get mad at you.
Because
Like, it's a dog. You can't do that as a person.
His own dick.
I see a dog suck its own dick, run up, jump, and start licking your face, and you're like,
cute.
yeah. People do that shit all the time, and it blows my mind. I've actually seen a dog eat a turd. I've actually seen it.
Just jump up and starts licking.
They jump up and lick you in the face.
What's this?
Share an ice cream cone with you.
Yeah, is that chocolate?
Yeah. How much fecal matter is in this dog's mouth?
Gross.
See, this is why I'm Team Edward.
Yeah, but you also just like said that he wasn't as ripped as he was supposed to be.
I mean, it's fine. I'm going to explain to you why I'm Team Edward, though. I'm Team Edward because I don't like new people. That's what it is. He's been there from the beginning, so automatically I'm just loyal to this person. I don't give a fuck what he does. Unless he does something. You got to do some fucking outlandish type shit for me to not be on your side anymore.
So you're not a member of cancel culture? You're not a cancel culture guy?
What's a cancel culture? I'm not.
Like, we're in cancel culture right now. We're like, oh, you fuck up, you're in the news, now we don't talk to you.
Oh.
Again, you got to
like
do
high
something.
school.
You got to do something.
Like high school, yeah, we're in high school.
Yeah, we're in high school.
You got to do some wild shit. No, absolutely. Do you know me? Do you think that I would be a part of cancel culture? Absolutely fucking not. When you get in a conversation with a person and you realize that are you part of cancel culture?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I mean, I don't think so. I mean, I think there are people that deserve to be some form of canceled, but I don't know if I'm, like, seeking out the next person to be canceled.
You know who deserves to be canceled is Rachel Ray, but that's a different conversation. Anyway.
What did Rachel Ray do?
Yeah, what did she do?
She just kind of stopped being important to me.
I was at the doctor's office for, like, my routine STD testing. Get tested, everyone. Know your status.
Responsible.
Still clean.
I was watching Rachel Ray in the waiting room, and I had to wait an unusual amount of time, and I watched a whole episode for the first time in my life.
I used to watch her every day.
On purpose?
Yeah, it was on,
I just remember when she was on the cooking channel. That's when I watched her.
Yeah.
Well, she still cooks, I think.
Yeah.
During her talk show, whatever it is.
Right. I was watching her cook. She, like, brings celebrities on and, like, sort of makes asses out of them when they can't make a carbonara or some shit.
Yeah. Like in a dish that you would never make in your own house.
Right.
Unless like you've been practicing this your whole life. Yeah, sure.
Right. She has a line of pots and pans at Walmart, I realized, when I was home for the holidays. I was like, damn, Rachel, shit must be hard.
Isn't it funny how celebrities will have, like, Jessica Simpson has a clothing line at Kmart?
Beyonce has a perfume line also at Walmart.
Remember when Beyonce had a fucking clothing line?
It's out and it's real now. Ivy Park.
No, she had one before. It was like Darion or something like
Oh, she's got a legit one now with Adidas.
Speaking of brands, I was at Trailer Park, the bar on 23rd and 8th, and like
Good nachos.
Whoa.
Good nachos.
Do I know this bar?
yeah, it looks like something out of Pulp Fiction, or like something like
Yes, I've been to that bar.
Yeah,
I love that bar.
So on the menu, like I was looking at all the beer selections. I looked at the very bottom. And I was like, I gotta have this because it's different. It's strange. Sofia Coppola's champagne in a can. So
Champagne in a can.
and it's 10% in the small ass can. Comes with a little straw. I was like, I got that fucked me up. I watched I was watching 1917 and like during the beginning I was buzzed as shit.
Oh, because there's a movie theater across the street.
Yeah, I just like, freaking sucked it down. That thing gets you fucked up so fast.
Sucking those dogs down.
Bubbles will get you.
Yeah.
Is that what it
receptive.
is?
Yeah.
I drink a lot of Prosecco now. Like, I'm really into it.
It's the carbonation, man.
Me too, but I get hungover as a motherfucker from Bubbles. I like it. I really think it's my favorite alcohol to be drinking in the moment.
It's nice.
And then...
It's not harsh. You know when you're ripping shots of Jameson at fucking Pioneers?
Oh, yeah.
It's like, and you make a face
Yeah.
every time because it's like, why am I even doing this? Oh,
Yeah.
because everybody else is doing it. That's why. I don't want to be. I don't
Group
want to be.
pressure.
I just don't want to be excluded.
Group alcoholism.
Yeah.
How many times do you walk in and you go and you say to yourself, "I'm not going to take any shots tonight. I'm just going to have a couple of drinks." And then one of your friends goes, "Hey!" And then you
All
you want
right.
to join in, and you're like, "Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. It's just one."
Yeah, I
It's
remember
mostly
those days.
me.
Yeah, doesn't happen as often anymore. Thank goodness.
Well, mostly because do any of the good bartenders work there anymore? Or like original bartenders?
Some of them do, but I think people also just kind of like started getting busy in a positive way,
Yeah.
and people just kind of like
2020.
I feel happy like walking in. Like I was there like not this weekend, the weekend before that with my friend Dan, who's officiating our wedding, and we were just having some drinks, and Kurt was bartending, and it was awesome. But that doesn't happen all the time,
Yeah.
you know.
You have to pick those days specifically now.
Yeah,
Who
I
works when?
I like being a regular at a bar though.
Yeah.
I like having a place that when I walk in,
too.
they know exactly what I drink. You know.
Yeah, I'm having an internal conflict about that because I do want that recognition and the like, oh great, yeah, I've got the familiarity. Well, these people are probably going to hook me up and there's conversation to be had. But then does that mean that I'm an alcoholic? Did I give over to it?
No, only if
Did I give over to it?
You're only an alcoholic if you say it. I feel like people are too casual with that word.
It's
Yeah.
like you're only an alcoholic if you claim the alcoholism for your
Yeah,
own.
you get mad at somebody for calling somebody retarded, but you don't get mad at somebody for calling somebody an alcoholic. That's also very offensive,
Yeah.
Fair.
especially if you're struggling with it.
Fair.
You know, I think we just pick and choose.
Yeah.
Like, I'd say functional. I like to say I'm a functional alcoholic.
See, Ryan said it.
Yeah.
He's
It's
admitted
now
it.
it's now his to do with what he wants.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
don't need to drink every day.
you own it. I think you're so brave for living your truth.
Like, well, I stopped drinking yesterday because I have that cold right now. 'Cause I know,
Is your
like,
throat
drinking-
tickling or is it itching?
Yeah,
tickle in
it's itching. I feel like the needles. I feel like that's the second level, right, from tickle.
Yeah, and now you're in it. You've committed to
Yeah,
having a
scratch your
cold.
cough, man.
Damn. You know when your cough hurts and you try to avoid doing it, but you can't?
Yeah.
Like when it like really fucking hurts your
Yeah.
throat, and then you start coughing so much you get a headache.
Yeah.
I hate that shit, man.
Yeah, that's the part of I think that's like toward the end of the cold where it's like starting to die, but it's definite. Like your throat is so raw now that you just can't
Yeah.
do
Yeah.
anything about it. And everyone around you. Have you ever had those coughs on the train and people moved away from you?
Yeah. I mean,
God, that sounds great.
I typically move
so much space, bro.
No, if I'm gonna cough like that, I typically move away from people.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
or if somebody's coughing like that, I move away from them.
Yeah, right.
'Cause I don't want to get sick or wear a fucking SARS mask.
It's not a SARS, man. I cough. Okay, when you cough in public, do you cough in your hands
No.
or in your elbow?
Elbow.
Elbow.
I do either the elbow
And the
or
weenus, right?
If I really need to do really fast and like an
Into the
emergency
sky.
cough, mouth. I mean my hand.
Yeah, I
or
always go for
grab
the
my
elbow.
jacket and like go into it. As long as it's like I'm not like projectile fucking shooting germs shooting bacteria cum all over somebody next to me.
Bacteria cum.
That's what they call it, right?
Well, you guys said you got tested, so you're good. I'm going awkward.
What was I gonna say? Oh, do you ever put Vicks Vapor Rub all over your body?
That sounds very sexual.
Rub some
And then have
Vicks
a
on
wrestling match with your next door neighbor over who's gonna pay whose rent next month. No, if
So
you
shall
ever
I
put
boof
Vicks,
Hot. I've watched that video.
you put Vicks on the bottom of your feet and you put socks on. People talk about that. I've never actually I've done it before, but I don't. That's not one of my go-tos. You know, I never really think to do that.
But your feet, I mean, I think there's some truth in your feet being really connected to what your like respiratory system.
I'll say, I mean, it's all connected. I'm not
Yeah.
a science doctor or anything.
Have you heard of Gaga before? Do you know what Gaga is? Not the lady, but the dance style.
No.
There's this style of like movement dance called Gaga, and it's all about how different parts of your body that you wouldn't expect to connect to other parts of your body, and how that's particular to each human, and like how maybe if I move my like feel the weight on my right foot, oh, that makes my like left shoulder do something weird. I took it for the first time the other day, and it was a pretty spiritual experience.
Oh wow! Where'd you take it? Did you take it like here in the city?
Yeah, it's at Gibney Dance. It's near City Hall.
Oh, okay. I was just down there yesterday getting my marriage
Hey, get your
license.
marriage.
I was getting my marriage, so
Are you married?
that's pretty cool. No, but you see some really interesting fucking things down at City Hall.
So now you got the married part down. Who you gonna fuck and who you gonna kill?
I like that. No, you see like the people there that are just coming in. Like you see like either people are dressed up all nice and shit, or you see some real trashy motherfuckers coming in there getting married. But everybody's really happy.
Right, everybody's getting married
Everybody's in
today.
a great mood. You see like really odd pairings. I saw this lesbian couple that looked like they were twins.
Fuck, maybe they were. That's okay now, right? Can you do that?
I actually asked Hannah. I said, "Yo, do you think they're twins?" She goes, "No, they're not fucking twins. They're getting married." And I was like, "I don't know. That shit is crazy. They look so much alike."
They were doppelgang partners. One was famous and one wasn't.
I mean, people say that. Yeah, one of them is like the body double.
Yeah.
One of them does the stunts.
right.
People say that shit. It's like, oh, you just love yourself. You're so vain. That's why you married this person. I don't think so.
Who looks like you?
Yeah.
If the person you're marrying looks like you,
Don't,
you're vain.
Yeah.
Aren't they vain as well? Do
Don't
they look like them?
Do you think people morph into each other a little bit?
Like dogs and owners.
Yeah, you start looking like the other person that you're with.
Yeah, I mean, on some level, I think, especially with like same-sex couples, I think it's probably a little more common to be like,
they
oh,
could
now
be
we have the
related.
same style, we share each other's clothes.
Yo, it's funny how that happens. You start wearing each other's shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do it a lot with.
Oh, yeah. I guess Hannah, she has this super cool, like, beanies and t-shirts thing that you do, too.
Yeah, I started wearing Mackenzie's dresses. That's cool.
I wore a romper, but my balls kept getting a wedgie.
Fuck.
Like, how do you pee in that thing or poop?
You have
They
to
take
take
it
the
all the way
whole
off.
fucking thing off.
That seems like a lot of work.
You know what? It's
Yeah.
good. I'm gonna
I
get
need two parts. I need two parts here.
I so I thrifted these overalls last fall.
I was just gonna mention overalls.
And I loved them. And then whenever I started trying to actually wear them in practice, I realized I would get a ball wedgie because the torso part was too short and the straps wouldn't extend long enough to like not.
Yeah,
give
so
me
you have a
ball
long
wedgie.
torso.
Yeah. And so now they sit in my closet and I dream about wearing them one day.
Wear
but
them
I
at the
just
house.
keep getting. I don't know. When do you stop growing?
I think when you're a man, when you're 24.
Oh, so I'm done growing.
Yeah.
So I'll just. I mean, as if that would have gone the other direction.
You have a wonderful height.
Yeah, you're tall actually. What are you like? 6 feet?
I'm 6'1".
Yeah.
That's good enough.
So I'm gonna
Don't
keep
go
the
beyond that.
overalls until I start shrinking when I'm like 70.
Oh yeah, and then you'll be able to fit them. That's a
I'll fit
real.
them.
That's a real thing. That's
Yeah.
a real thing.
Yeah. I no waist
What do you think happens? Just gravity just starts to win.
for sure.
You just start.
The bones start just getting a little closer together.
Yeah. What?
Brittle.
You know, gravity is a theory. It's not even a fucking fact.
Wait.
Thank you,
Really?
Sir Isaac Newton.
I'm actually not sure how true that statement is. Don't quote me on that.
Well, I mean, it's because let's talk about gravity. Why? Now I need to talk about it.
Well, apparently this is gravity.
I didn't like the movie.
I just threw something on the
I
floor.
appreciated the cinematography of the movie. I thought Sandra Bullock in space was just not something I needed.
Yeah.
It's also not believable.
That Sandra Bullock was in space?
Yeah, what the hell is she doing in space?
I could believe George Clooney getting lost in space.
But not Sandra Bullock floating around. Like, close enough that she wishes she was on Earth. That's what I liked about the cinematography was that
it looks great.
Gave you a really good, like, anxiety-inducing view of the fact that, like, Earth is right the fuck there and I'm up here.
That's how I feel when you think about when you're on an airplane and you're like, you look out the window and you're like in the clouds.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, this is, what did he say? 42,000 feet up in this guy. And you're in the clouds.
I always get scared that we're going to hit, like, another airplane in the clouds.
I wonder about that. Like, there's not like a traffic dude up there on a fucking hovercraft, like, directing anybody.
Right. Do they have, like, the what's it called? Beep, beep.
Yeah, like a signal or
sonar.
Sonar, yeah.
I think that's a submarine, no?
I think it should have.
That belongs in a submarine?
Yeah, but they have to have something. I mean,
Yeah.
Because at this rate, there's so many aircrafts flying around, especially, like, in a place like New York City. I mean,
yeah.
Once you get close to the airport, I guess there's someone monitoring.
Yeah. There's a guy like, yeah, you're clear for landing, Captain.
Yeah.
Bring him home.
Or, like, stay away.
Yeah.
Don't come yet.
Go back to Chicago.
We don't want you here.
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck, I forgot. I was going to ask Ryan a question. Stop talking with your hand over your mouth, Corey.
Hey, Corey.
Fuck. I recently actually just discovered that the reason a sub, and maybe I'm wrong, the reason a sub sandwich is short for submarine sandwich because it's shaped like a submarine.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah,
I just realized that recently.
You were today years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's real. I mean, but okay, if we call them subs because they were called submarines because they look like submarines, why do some people call them hoagies?
Yeah, but I think that's a Pennsylvania thing.
Yeah, but I still need to know.
I like saying hoagies still.
Hoagies.
You say that in Jersey too?
Sometimes I just like to bring it out, but it's easy just saying sub.
Hoagie is a funny word.
Yeah.
Just like how often do you hear somebody say hamburger?
Frequently.
Really?
Yeah, a lot.
I say cheeseburger or burger. That's
Burger.
it. I don't say hamburger.
Pretentious.
Or Frankfurter.
Frankfurter.
Yeah. I say hot dog.
Hot dog.
I don't even eat Franks. We used to eat Franks and beans.
Yeah, you just eat like just Oscar Mayer wieners like out of the package.
Straight out the package. Isn't that gross?
No,
I
it's
do
smoked.
it.
It's still
I do it.
good. I used to do that.
They're smoked.
I used to, but I still think it's gross. Now looking back on it, I had a neighbor. Did you guys have a neighbor that? Well, you probably did.
Did you ever have a
Did
neighbor?
you have a neighbor? Period. Question mark. And then also, did that neighbor have a refrigerator outside?
Is it like
in my upbringing?
what do they keep in it? Like meat,
Alcohol,
beer
raw
for
hot
sure. The
lunch
essentials.
meat.
Like that's so weird to me because like I feel like anyone could get to it and think that thing will rot or like shit will get in it. I don't know.
Unless you frequently are eating said hot dogs and replacing them frequently.
Yeah, maybe like a hot dog run every week.
Period. And then, and then also you live so far away from the next person that no one's going to make. Like I might as well go to the store and buy the hot dog instead of spend the time traveling to your outdoor refrigerator to steal them.
Yeah, is there
there a
not a
second
refrigerator in the house?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they do, but this is like the party fridge that's on the patio.
Okay.
Well, that's cool then.
It was
I don't
cool
mind
and like definitely very redneck.
Oh, for sure. It's like, well, we can go back inside the house.
Or
Get another beer, or it could just be right here.
yeah,
I get that.
I'm gonna confess to a crime on a live podcast.
Here
Let's
we
go.
I on my prom night, I had an after party at my house.
Nice.
Well, like part of the like after party was at my house, and then or no, it was graduation night. Graduation night, part of the after party was at my house, and we were 18, and so we didn't have access to alcohol at that point, and. So we, like, older brothers of some people had, you know, how it goes, like, giving us drinks. But then we finished them and then realized or remembered that, oh, the neighbors have this.
Oh, they got the beer fridge.
Beer fridge.
Man.
And so we totally, like, raided the beer fridge and drank a lot of their alcohol.
So you
and
burglarized their
But
house.
because I think the older... like the eldest siblings of that family who also were not 21 yet had been keeping alcohol in there too, and the family just sort of like was cool with it. But because of the fact that they had like been drinking underage as well, I think no one like challenged the thing.
So you got off scot-free.
Yeah, no one ever said anything.
And I was like, God damn, someone drank my drunk.
Is that what we sound like?
I don't know.
Is that what I sound like? Right.
In Pennsylvania, if you go deep enough into the woods, that is exactly what they sound like.
Well, what part of Pennsylvania are we from?
Okay. So the town. Okay. So the literal town that I grew up in was called Imler. Imler. But the closest town of note would be State College, where
Right.
Penn State
Oh
is.
shit!
I used to go to school there. I was gonna say, are you near the Jersey Shore, Pennsylvania?
No, like Central PA.
Yeah,
It's
I
nice
know,
over there.
Yeah,
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Go to
But
Cracker Barrel all the time.
yeah, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Denny's. I was more of a Denny's guy.
hitting up that Sheets once in a while.
Hell yeah,
Get
Sheets
some
are on.
Oh man,
What do you like
Sheets
better?
over Wawa.
Sheets or
Every
Wawa?
day.
I was
go.
just talking about this.
I will
no.
stand for Sheets.
I like Sheets better.
Yeah. They just have a better aesthetic.
yeah.
There's a nice Wawa in the Poconos, though. I have to say, we were in the Poconos last
That's
month.
Wawa, PA.
There's a nice Wawa.
There's only two types of PA. There's Wawa and Sheets PA.
For sure. And then there's like this weird blend in the middle where people literally have brawls. They literally beat each other up in the parking lot for going to one of the like.
That's
don't
fucking
believe me?
wild.
No, I'm playing. but definitely
Right.
like full on arguments.
I bet. That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Meet at the Wegmans parking lot. We
Not a
settle
Wegmans.
this.
There's a Wegmans in Brooklyn now.
Yeah.
We never had a Wegmans,
Yeah.
but I knew of
I
Wegmans.
love Wegmans.
Isn't it funny the shit that you like? I love Walgreens, and we go to Walgreens right across the street from our building, and we go there fucking like at least 3 times a day.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, there's a Dwayne Reed across the block from my place, and I go frequently too. I feel like that's the beauty of New York is having everything around you, so you don't have to like load up in the house.
Yeah.
You can just pick up whatever
As
the
you
fuck
need it. Yeah.
as you need it.
There-
Yeah.
That's when. So that's why when you go to other places, you feel kind of like spoiled.
Yeah.
Like I remember, like we were in Italy in September and went on vacation, and if you woke up at 3:00 in the morning and you needed something, you can't fucking get it.
Yeah, right. Mm-mm.
You have to wait.
I used to do this weird thing in college. It'd be like,
They used to do weird stuff in college.
like, it's my freshman year. I wasn't sleepy, like, and I would play video games a lot. Then I was like, my roommates would be asleep. I'm like, oh fuck it, I'll just go to friggin' whatchamacallit?
CVS.
Not CVS. What's the big store? Not Walmart.
Rite Aid.
Walmart.
Oh, Walmart.
I just go to Walmart and I just walk around that huge motherfucker and like just go to the DVD section and be like, oh, what do I want to watch?
Yeah.
And then pick up a frozen food and head back.
Hell yeah.
I spent a lot of time at Kmart. I like the Swedish meatballs from IKEA. I mean, these stores all have their fucking. Oh, you don't like them?
Well, wait. We have a couple of questions.
I haven't had them in a long time.
The first is, they sell Swedish meatballs at IKEA?
They're the
Yeah,
best. I stand for it.
they're pretty good, huh?
I like them.
I have to
to get a
say, I don't know if it was just my upbringing. IKEA's,
You don't think of food when you think of IKEA?
yeah, I don't frequent it. And so therefore, and the only time I've ever gone, it's been for like that one furniture run when you move into a new
Yeah,
apartment.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I've ever even witnessed the food section.
You
of
have
the
like
place.
the bookshelf underneath the television
Yeah, right.
that everyone has.
Yeah. The cube shelves.
Yeah, is that like their best seller or like the fucking dresser that you could kind of see through? It's like opaque.
No, I don't have
You
that
kind
one.
of see through the drawers. A lot of people have that shit. I get it. I looked at my can opener the other day and I was like, oh, I did get this at IKEA.
Fuck yeah.
You know, they're fucking, you know.
We have IKEA to thank for having homes.
Yeah, and they did, yeah, if it wasn't
for
for
making it
IKEA,
simple.
we'd all be walking around, we'd all be laying on the street.
We wouldn't know what to do.
Yeah.
At least be on the floor. At least have all our clothes. We would just live in like beds of our laundry and
I had an awkward moment where I was walking down the street with my Crunchwrap Supreme, and I made eye contact with a homeless guy that was sitting on the side of the street under a blanket, and I feel like he looked at my bag, and I was like, you know, I really wish I could give this to you, but like I'm fucking starving.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about that. I feel a lot of pressure now that, I mean, by no means am I at the level of wealth that I aspire to, but I'm financially stable in a way that I hadn't been at the beginning of my time in New York, and so now I feel a lot of pressure to be giving money to every homeless person that asks me.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's hard to not, because I'm like, damn, I definitely have $1, but I also definitely want that dollar. And also, like, gave to someone yesterday. Like, what's the quota? Like, should I be setting amounts that I
Every
give to
week,
homeless
you should
people
get a
every
dry erase board, put it on the wall, so you put somewhere where you're always going to see it,
week? Yeah.
like in the bathroom. And then you write down the amount of money that you're allowed to give every week. And if you go over, the next week you don't give them anything.
Right.
Just look at them and go, sorry, man.
Do you do that? Is that real, or do you come up with
I don't
that?
actually do that. I just
Wait,
thought
wait.
about that just now.
When you say it could be, when you give the $1, you don't mean the same homeless person, but a different homeless person.
Right. Even, I mean, that. Let's be, I mean, am
Do
I
you ever reckon
wrong to say that there are a record number of
Oh,
people
yeah, there are a
on
lot
the
of
street
homeless
right now?
people.
Yeah.
There are a lot of homeless people.
Which is sad, and therefore I feel right. I think what I mean is that I feel the pressure to, like, oh, I've given $1 to someone today, and then later on see another person and feel like, damn, well, that person,
This person missed out. The other person, the early bird got the worm.
damn. Like, is that how I should be thinking though? It's
I
rough.
I
It's
guess
rough.
so. It is rough because you also live in one of the most expensive cities in the world.
Right.
You know?
That doesn't make you a bad person, or like you don't. I don't think that you should necessarily have to.
See, Ryan's been taken advantage of by homeless people before, like where they've brought him into a Chinese restaurant and ordered the most expensive thing on the menu and tried to make him pay.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
Right? Isn't
Like
that true?
I'll give you like $1 or $2. I'm not gonna give you my $20 bill. You ever feel like that? You have a $20 bill in your pocket, and you're like, I need this,
Did you ever see?
and I want to give you the money, and like I don't want to.
No,
'Cause
yeah.
I earned that money. I need it.
You worked
right
hard.
now.
It's not fair that you got to just lay on the sidewalk all day, and I had to go clock in at my job.
Right.
I mean, that sucks too,
but
right?
On some level, it's true. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
How do you decide when is the time to give money? Because recently I've just been letting, like, the spirit move me. Like, oh, now's the time. Like, the spirit of Christmas or whatever.
That's how you should do when you feel it. Don't feel like obligated all the time.
Right, like
you
it's
know?
a part of your budget.
Right.
If I were like rich, of course I'd be like, here, have a 20.
Would you though? Because I feel like rich people are the least likely to be giving to people.
I'd
It depends on the rich person.
I'd rather be helping people with that money if I became a millionaire. Or whatever, or do something admirable, but rather than I'd be fucking hanging out and doing leisurely shit. You know, but
You be a philanthropist. Sometimes humping is helping.
Always humping. Well, okay, wait. I realized that that blanket statement wasn't true after it was coming out of my
That's
mouth.
why I said sometimes.
Right, Daddy tickled the chin.
And on that note, I'd like to personally thank Jeremy for coming out on such short notice too. I haven't seen you in a while, so
dude.
it's
Yeah,
really
man.
nice. Do you have any shows or anything coming up that you can plug? Or obviously you don't have to, but if you do,
today.
Yeah. Well, nothing in the super near future in terms of shows, but I'm in the process of writing a film right now that is
Awesome.
Hell yeah.
being produced this spring. So it's working under the title Fever.
ooh, we're just talking about being sick.
Yeah, funny. I'll say people line up. It's a psychological thriller about how insecurities can fuel toxic cycles in relationships.
That's actually
Ooh, that's a
very
good one.
relevant to what's going on today.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah.
You know,
It's great.
with all the social media and all the, there's a lot of good shit. I could honestly sit here and talk for a whole nother hour, but thank you, and that's awesome, Ryan.
Yeah, please check out our Instagram page, Truth Serum _podcast.
It's called the Truth Serum, right?
Yeah. And also, we have a Patreon page on patreon.com/Truth Serum. We are, what if you guys want to donate? Sure, we're not, like the homeless people out there, just give $1 maybe if you have the Christmas spirit. We'll love to give you more content and whatnot, and that's it. Yeah. Oh, you have
No, I was just really thinking about is like bird. Doesn't bird shit kind of look like that cream cheese that has chives in it? Anyway,
what?
my Instagram is CoreyGuns _CoreyGuns_. Follow me, and subscribe and share the podcast with your friends. Ryan really said everything already, so we love you all and thanks for listening. Take us home. Oh, what's the body looking like? Also, by the way, are you working out? Are you sticking to your New Year's resolution? Or are you still fat? If so, then you can fix it by coming to me. I'm a personal trainer. Oh yeah.
Crunch Rapper Supreme. Thank you, Nital. Take us out. if you're drinking a lot, you're not really necessarily, sleeping.
Drinking?
Like when after drinking, when you're passing out, I'm saying like you're not actually sleeping. That's why you're so tired. You're not really something through that process because you're drained of a lot of water and whatnot. That really affects your brain, so you can't really sleep.
Are you accusing me of being an alcoholic?
No, I'm saying that's what happens. The same thing happens to me, bro.
Isn't there a test?
This is why this is a fucking intervention, Jeremy.
Right. You called me here today.
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't seen you in a while. This is what this is.